What was it like in your first year of uni? Can you explain what a typical timetable is for the year? What made you go into paramedic science? So, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is the first sit down video I've done in a long while. Like, I don't normally do sit down videos, but you know what, I've had so many questions on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I've had the same questions, so I thought, why not film a Q&A? Not really a mukbang because I'm not eating anything, but I have just quickly ran to Dunkin'. I do actually have a nice latte, but they didn't have any like large cold cups left, so I just got a hot one, which was fine. But £3.30 for a large coffee is not bad whatsoever. I got a vanilla iced latte with oat milk, and I haven't even tried it yet, and that's really good. So yeah, I'm gonna sip my coffee and I'm gonna answer your questions and we can have a little bit of a chat. You can get to know me a little bit more, which is quite nice. I do apologise about the lighting, it is not the best. It's really good. So the first question is, what was it like in your first year of uni? Well, if I'm gonna be honest here, I feel like, have I mentioned this? I'm not too sure, maybe in a few comments. But my first term, I hated it. Like, I literally hated uni. Like, I was thinking, have I made the wrong decision? Should I not be here? Should I just like drop out and go home? Like, it was not fun. Moving into halls was terrifying. Bearing in mind, I wasn't in the city centre halls. I was on campus, but my campus was one of the campuses that is like not in the centre, so it's nowhere near. I had to get a bus there and back every time I wanted to go out. I had one friend who is still in my friendship group that was in my flat. Shout out you, Molly. But apart from that, me and my flat didn't not get along. Not my type of people. I feel like if they weren't in my flat, I wouldn't have spoken to them, if that makes sense. And I feel like they would agree, like we were not the same people in the slightest. Majority, 9 times out of 10, you will not be best friends with the people in your flat. And if you are so lucky. Luckily, Molly lived with me. Molly is on my course as well. We could at least relate. We were very lucky to actually have kind of like another student paramedic in my halls, because there's only about 40, not even that anymore. There was about last year 40 on the course, and to say that halls kind of like had thousands on the whole campus. So it was kind of like quite lucky to have someone on my course in my hall. So I'm very grateful for that. First time of uni, it was horrible. I felt very alone. I feel like no one talks about being alone at uni, and it's all about going out all the time. And I feel like at the start I was trying to be like that. I don't really enjoy going out that much. I like once in a while I can have a good time, but the uni life that everyone like says is uni life wasn't really for me. It took me a long time to kind of accept that and be like, you know what, it's all right for it to not be my thing, which I don't bash people that do. I think if you enjoy that, like, go for it. But personally for me, it wasn't something that I love doing, but I kind of did it to try fit in. And now I realise that maybe I shouldn't have done that, because this year I think I've been out once and the prees was good because it was with me and my friends at our house, and as soon as I went out I was like, I want to go home. I was like, I want to go home. After the second term of uni, it was quite lonely being on placement. As I said, halls, luckily I had Molly, but me and Molly were on quite like alternate rotas. So apart from that, I saw absolutely nobody. Like, I saw no one. I felt very isolated, and yeah, not gonna lie, I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed placement, but the life around placement is what I didn't enjoy, living in halls. But I do think halls played a massive part in why I didn't enjoy first year. I feel like, you know, if you need to leave and drop out and it's not for you, and that's okay. But if you really want to give it a go, then you can turn it around and enjoy it. Next question, now I'm gonna have to search for one. Can you explain what a typical timetable is for the year? So I don't know whether you mean purely based around paramedic science. Every single uni is completely different. I know some people that do the same course from different unis, totally different. Like, people learn stuff in different years, people go on placement at different times, so I can't really tell you what the timetable will be. And even with my uni, like, they change it every year anyway. If we're talking just purely uni based, paramedic science is so different to other courses. Nursing, paramedic science, medicine, anything like that is very different to other courses, and you won't have the same uni life, and that is just kind of something you have to accept if you're gonna do it. Like, don't get me wrong, I have friends that do the course and still go out and have fun. It's not that at all, but you do not get that same uni life. Based around my timetable, all the years are different based on when you're going placement, when you're doing lectures. I do do about 3 days a week, 3 full days, 9 till 4, and then you have maybe 1 or 2 days off in the week, and obviously you have weekends off. I didn't do placement in first year until after first term, so first term was purely uni, and you have like placement blocks, so you'll have either 1, 2 or 3 placements out the whole year, which lasts between 4 to 8 weeks ish, and then you get 3 to 4 weeks at Christmas. I swear I got 4 weeks last year, and then this year I got 3, but I was doing my assignments all over Christmas anyway, so this is what I mean by like I feel like I don't really get a break. When you do have days off, weeks off, there's so much to do. Last year I had, the boy races are out. Last year, kind of science-based, I had anatomy and physiology and pathophysiology, and then this year I have pharmacology. A lot of people have asked how I edit my videos. On TikTok I edit them on CapCut. CapCut is actually really easy to use, and I think it's quite self-explanatory. So CapCut for TikTok. For YouTube I use such a mixture, so what I'll do is I'll edit like the main basis of the whole video and cut it all down on iMovie, just because it's easy, it's free, and then to do like my text typing, either Final Cut Pro or CapCut on my laptop. So I just use a mixture, but for iMovie is really good just for basic cutting down. If you don't like do a lot of editing, iMovie is so good for that. It's free. I feel like if you don't edit your videos like loads and loads, paying for Final Cut Pro isn't really worth it. But I feel like I will get Final Cut Pro on my laptop because I think the iPad version, it is cheaper, but it's not as good. What made you go into paramedic science? So this is a really good question. Gonna breeze through them, try not to word vomit because I'm so good at that. A lot of people do not know this about me, and I don't think I've ever spoken about it because it's just never come up. I was born with heart problems, and that meant that growing up for me, I was in hospital a lot, had experiences with paramedic, and I love the fact that I had good experiences. I love the fact that I had, you know, lovely paramedics, lovely nurses that used to look after me, and it just made me want to do that for other people because I know how much of an impact having a good experience of healthcare professionals can have on you, and how much you appreciate it at the time. So for me, having that good experience made me want to do that for other people because I know how like far it goes and how much it can be appreciated. And then now you're probably wondering, well, why didn't you want to do nursing? So I did actually think about nursing, especially pediatrics. If I was going to do nursing, it would have 100% been pediatrics. I can't be like stuck in the same setting. I feel like paramedics was perfect for that because it was like you go to literally anything. You never know what you're going to get. I 100% believe that I chose the right kind of healthcare role because I did actually, like, I was so close to applying to physio, and I did go through a lot of roles in my head which I thought, could I, couldn't I had a look at everything really. I'm rambling now. I need to sip my coffee to shut up. Someone put, any tips on how to become a paramedic? I got rejected and it's not my confidence a bit, but it's something I'd really love to do. I'm guessing this is more about the uni process or like the application process. I have no issue with saying this. I actually applied to 5 universities. I applied at the start of year 13. If I had to, even a year after, if I could reapply, I would have 100% chosen different universities. So don't really take this with a pinch of salt because I changed my mind about 100 times. I applied to Hull, Lincoln, Liverpool, Sheffield and Nottingham. I only got an interview for Nottingham. I got rejected from every single other university, and I have no issue with saying that because it's like medicine. Paramedic science is like medicine, nursing. If you have choices, that's absolutely amazing. I accidentally applied to Sheffield Hallam and didn't actually read the entry requirements. Don't know why or how I actually did that. You had to do biology A-level to get into Sheffield. And obviously I didn't do biology A-levels. Obviously got rejected straight away. Got rejected from Liverpool because, again, didn't read it properly. I needed a driving licence, and at the time when I applied I didn't have a driving licence then. So that kind of was a waste of 2 applications. So it is not easy to get on the course. Courses don't hold hundreds of people. I was actually very close to not taking it, either deferring or just completely not going, because I had a little bit of a breakdown before I went, and I was like, I can't move away, like I want to live at home. And I think I had a bit of a panic about moving away, so I was literally this close to being like, no. Any tips? I would say get any sort of work experience because it doesn't have to be healthcare. I applied in 2021, 2022, and we were still post-COVID. There was absolutely no chance that I was getting any health work experience. I tried quite a few places and they just weren't taking anyone, so I thought, you know what, better than doing nothing. I did homeless volunteering once a week for 2 months. Then I did a community cafe, which is kind of like had its benefits. Like, I know people are like, well, what does that have to do with anything? Communication is like one of the biggest things you will need. So anything volunteering wise was very, very helpful, and I put that on my personal statement. It gave me stuff to talk about. It actually did give me skills. It kind of built my confidence, kind of going into a different setting that I wasn't used to. This is one that I really wanted to answer when I first saw it. So, do you ever have non-productive days, and what do you do to get back on track afterwards, or what helps you to stay consistent with product? Yeah, I can't read. Do you ever have non-productive days, and what do you do to get back on track, or what helps you to stay consistent with productivity? I hate it that I sometimes can come across like I'm always really productive and I'm constantly doing stuff. Like, I 100% agree that I am kind of constantly doing something. That's just me as a person. But I 100% I can categorically say I am not always productive, but my kind of niche on TikTok and YouTube is productivity based and lifestyle based. So when I do film, it makes me become more productive, and when I'm filming kind of a day which is full of stuff to make it interesting. I have days where I do nothing and I feel like I've achieved nothing. I have days where I just like, I haven't done anything, and it is kind of annoying. If I filmed a day where I was doing nothing, who would watch that? Because it's not interesting. So I can see why it comes across like that. But if I do want to be productive, I will say the night before, right, tomorrow I'm gonna get stuff done, and I'll be like, I'm gonna get up, get ready, make myself look nice, because it makes me feel better and makes me want to like go out and do things. I'm gonna go to a coffee shop and I'm gonna get my work done. If I include something that I enjoy in my day, then I look forward to it more. Hence the drink. Everyone knows that I enjoy going out for coffee. So yeah, like I said, if you kind of include something you enjoy, you will enjoy it more. Someone said, how do you afford everything as a student? Is placement paid? So no, placement isn't paid. If you go the apprenticeship route, placement is paid. And I don't really want to speak on that because I don't know, because I'm not an apprenticeship student. If you do paramedic science at uni, placement is not paid. You pay uni like any other degree course you would, which does make it difficult. You get the NHS bursary, which is £5 a year, but majority of that goes on my accommodation, because accommodation is so expensive. Like, it's so expensive. Majority of it, like, I don't even see. Like, my student finance, I don't see. I work a lot, and I'm not gonna sit here and that I get everything paid for, because I don't. My mum and dad help me with as much as they can, but I work a lot and earn the money that I get. I work hard for my money, and I work hard to be able to have the lifestyle that I do. So I'm grateful, because I know I am very, very lucky, but I also do work a lot for myself. Do you know what I mean? Someone said, do you live on your own? So no, I don't live on my own. I live with my best friend Chloe, and some people might think that because a lot of my videos don't kind of include Chloe and they're just kind of me. That's mainly because like Chloe is in some of my videos, but majority of the time, like, I don't want to like shove a camera in Chloe's face all the time. Yeah, she's normally just in the background, kind of literally with me anyway. People are asking me how I do my slick back hairstyle. If you know me, this is as far down as my hair will ever go. Eco hair gel, but you can use any gel. There's literally the blue one from Morrison's. £1, amazing. So what I'll do is I'll obviously brush my hair, and I'll put all the gel like here and underneath, because I have about 100 baby hairs, like so many, and I have quite thick and long hair, so it's taken me a while to kind of get it right, because my bun just looked humongous, and it still does, but I'm getting my hair chopped soon actually. And then I have a few brushes, so I'll start off with just a normal hairbrush, brush it up but keeping that part in. I use about 50 bobbles, I'm not even joking, and then I'll tie my hair up in a ponytail with a bobble. Once I've used a comb, a very fine comb, and then I ordered kind of like a, I don't even know what you call them, a brush from Amazon, which makes it slick, so there's no gaps, makes it just flat, and it looks amazing. Got to be glued hairspray, spray all over with that same brush, brush it again, make sure it's flat. If there's any bits that are sticking up about here, which there always is, get some bobby pins, bobby pin them up, then I plait my hair that's in the ponytail, wrap it around as tight as I possibly can, get about 2 bobbles, tighten that, and sometimes it takes about 3 tries. But yeah, that's how I do it. It's high maintenance, and it's really frustrating at times. Someone literally just asked me, so I popped it on my Instagram literally like an hour ago just to see if I can get some extra questions. Someone asked me where my bows are from. My bow is from TikTok Shop. I'll see if I can link it in a TikTok video. I'm gonna finish on this question. I'm so sorry for this lighting. How to start growing your account on TikTok, YouTube or Instagram? So my 2 main platforms are TikTok and YouTube. I have more followers on TikTok. I started YouTube years and years ago. I had a channel with my best friend back God, 13, when I was 13. Not the same channel I have now. And we did like challenge videos and stuff, and the videos are still there, so if you can find it. I'm gonna talk about kind of like my journey with them all. I started my individual YouTube channel in year 12, and I bought a camera pretty damn quickly. I saved my money. I worked, I think I was about 16 at the time. I worked and saved up, I think the Canon G7X was about £600. I saved so much money for that camera, bought it all with my own money because I really wanted to do YouTube. I'm so proud of myself that I did that. YouTube was not easy to gain followers on. I'm still very small on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube took a while. I think I posted my productive sixth form videos, and they were a very popular video back then. So that's what got me I think I got about 3k whilst I was in sixth form from them videos, because I found out what my viewers enjoyed, and it was productive videos, and that's kind of where my niche came from. And then I kind of got a bit stuck at that 3k point, and then I posted a video on TikTok. This is not when I took it seriously in the slightest. I posted a video on TikTok about a productive day. I don't think it was a productive day, I think it was just a day in the life of a student paramedic back in first year, and it got a decent amount of views. I want to say about 100k, and I gained a decent amount of followers from that, and thought maybe I could like use this to grow my YouTube. And I'm gonna be honest, that is 100% why I started TikTok. I have never been a TikToker. So I started in like first year, posting every few days, and I never took TikTok seriously until this year, where I posted from the start of second year. I started just kind of, I got a tripod, I started filming my days, and I grew a love for it. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that TikTok has overridden YouTube, because I will always love and prefer YouTube 100%. TikTok is a lot easier to edit, it's a lot easier to gain followers from, and there was a time where I kind of started neglecting my YouTube and doing my TikTok, and that was a massive regret for me. In New Year, I kind of started being like, you know what, I love YouTube, so why aren't I doing it? It was kind of a time thing. I felt like I didn't have time, but it was more like a, if you really want to do it, you'll make time. I am sticking to my goal. I'm posting once a week, and I'm always going to do that. So that's kind of where it came from. I started gaining followers on TikTok, which then came to my YouTube. For tips, consistency is the main thing you can do. Consistent, and also finding a niche that you enjoy. Your page should have a certain style that you enjoy filming and your followers expect from you and your followers enjoy as well. And obviously for me that was productivity. I do want to get into more fashion, but I'm kind of slowly kind of mixing it in with my day in the lives. I'm gonna end the video there. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for giving me all these questions, giving me a lot of love and support, because it never goes unnoticed. And I will see you in next week's video.